Hello guys, how we doing? Welcome back to the West Ham World. It's Luke here. The preview, finally, for Newcastle versus West Ham that kicks off at 8 o'clock. Absolutely ridiculous scheduling from the Premier League, Sky Sports, whoever you want to blame. Absolutely ridiculous. The last train, I believe, is well before full time. 8 o'clock on a Monday. A place we renownedly do not lose. I remember watching a game, I think it was a Monday night as well. I remember going up the bowling pub to play some pool years ago. And ironically, it was the year we got relegated. And I think we lost that 4-0. I think it was the first game of the season, or maybe second game of the season. And we got absolutely popped. And it's not a good hunting ground for us. We've had a couple of good results over the last couple of years. And then obviously last year we had that game where we should have won that game, and then they came back with one of the greatest Premier League comebacks. It's one of them games, that will get replayed for years and years and years. A team I like, a team I admire. I like the way they play football. I like their manager. They're everything that we should be, but we're not. Pace, power in midfield, passion, quality striker up front, tough to beat defensively, and a really good manager that's positive. He's not a pragmatist. He's a pragmatist when he needs to be. There's games like the Arsenal game a few years ago where he tried to go at them, he tried to go full on, and then he realised in game that weren't what they could do. So they went a bit more pragmatic, and it worked. And again, I'm not against the pragmatist if it's in the right scenario, but you should always try to win games and set up to win. And I do believe that is the sort of manager that Eddie Howe is. I'm a massive fan of him. I would love him to come to West Ham if it didn't work out at Newcastle. He didn't get the England job, which I thought he would be front runner for. But yeah, that's my Newcastle loving for now. They're currently 8th. Sort of a bit of a mixed season, a mixed bag from so far this year. 5 wins, 3 draws, 3 losses. Like I said, they've had a few little injuries, players out of form. It looked a bit stagnant for a little bit, but now they're sort of getting back to what they were, which should be, a good standard top 6 Premier League team. That I think they've got themselves to that standard now. Like I was saying, the last time we played them was the 4-3 game. They actually went down to 10 men in that game as well, which makes it even more embarrassing. At London Stadium last year it was 2-2. Season before that at St James's Park was 5-1. 1-1 before that, 1-1, and a 4-2 win up there for West Ham before that. Like I say, not a really good hunting ground for us, if I'm honest. Their last games, just looking at their fixtures here, before the break they beat Nottingham Forest 3-1, who lost 3-0 to Arsenal today. Looking a bit toothless now, Forest. They beat Arsenal 1-0, great result. Beat Chelsea 2-0, great result in the cup that was. Lost to Chelsea in the league 2-1. Lost to Brighton, drew with Everton, like us, 0-0. And again, that was when they was going through a slight little wobble. They've come back now, like I say, 3 wins in a row. Look strong, and this is not a game I want, really. It's not the game I want. In terms of their strengths, protecting leads, if they do get the lead, they're very strong and resolute and will keep it. Attack down the wings quite a lot. Huge fan of Gordon. So direct. Can score a goal, can cross a great ball as well. Should have got more minutes in the Euros. He's going to be a real danger down that side for us on Monday night. They create with a through ball quite a lot. Obviously, real good technical players in Bruno Guimaraes, and then you've got the athleticism of a Joe Linton in there, who can, do both sides of it. And we've seen it against us. We've seen it at London Stadium that year, where it was just humiliation, that game. Very good at aerial duels as well. Big, tall side. Their weaknesses at the moment, I hate saying weaknesses of finishing goal scoring chances, because then we're probably going to get beat 6-7-0 on Monday night. But I do think what this website does is it gives the weaknesses so far of this season, and I think that what that was is that coincides with Isak obviously not being available, Callum Wilson, etc., and they were missing quite a few chances. Keeping possession of the ball, defending against counter attacks is one of their weaknesses, and avoiding individual errors. Their style of play with lots of width, attempt the through ball often, as I say, down the left-hand side, rotate the first 11, and opponents usually play aggressive against them. Well, guess what? They won't be playing aggressively against you on Monday, because West Ham don't press. We don't have no passion. We don't do anything. So, for me, it's going to be an easy night's work for Newcastle. I really do. I think if they go 1-0 up within the first 10 to 15 minutes, it's going to be a long, long, long night. And I'm not looking forward to watching it at all. I'm not looking forward to watching West Ham at all recently. And I know a lot of YouTube channels and a lot of other fans are thinking exactly the same thing. It's that apathy now, you know. It's no longer anger. It's no longer so much sadness. It's more of a... you expect it, which is even worse to a certain extent, you know. They usually line up in a 4-3-3 formation, or have been recently. Pope in goal, who I've been told doesn't look as strong and solid as he has been. Livramento's been playing at right back. Shaw and Kelly with Hall at left back. Botman's back soon, but I don't think he's back for this game. As I say, in the midfield, Longstaff, Grameiros and Willock. Joe Linton on the left, Isak on the right, Isak through the middle, and Gordon on the right. Very, 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 very strong. Even Willock, you know, an underrated name, fantastic for them. Energy and stamina and passion running around, something West Ham have nothing of at the minute. And I'm being really critical of West Ham, but there's no other things that I can say. In terms of us, probably will line up like this with a 4-4-1 formation. Fabianski in goal, Wan-Bissaka, Tobido, Kilman and Emerson. Rodriguez will probably sit in at the CDM role. Jared Bowen, Souček, Paquetá, Sonville and Antonio. Obviously, we've still got Kudus, who's suspended for, I think it's this and the Arsenal game. Alvarez serves his suspension, and Nicholas Fulkrug, God knows where that man is. We're probably never going to see him in a West Ham shirt again. It just gives me that sort of vibe to it. If you believe what you read, obviously it looks like this and the Arsenal game are crucial in whether Lopetegui is going to continue as West Ham manager. I can't see us getting anything out of 2 games. But if you want to sum up the West Ham way, it would be that we go and beat Newcastle and get a draw against Arsenal, or lose to Newcastle, get a really hard, well-fought draw against Arsenal, and then you end up in limbo of him staying, because he'll pick up one result like what Moyes was doing, and then it would be one of those long old seasons with you win 1 in 4, you lose, constant. Gets down to that, he's got 2 games left, he's got 1 game left. We've seen it for years at West Ham. We know what it's about now, we know what Sullivan's about, and it becomes really frustrating. How many seasons I'd love to know, you know, if you can sort of take a stab at it. I'd need to do a little bit of research off the top of my head. How many seasons under Sullivan and Gold, not so much Gold now, God rest his soul, under Sullivan, have we written off? You know, gets to about November and there's a write-off. We're not going to invest because we've got enough and we won't get relegated, or we're not going to invest because we're safe now, or we're not going to invest because we don't want to go that extra step further and potentially get Champions League and potentially win a cup. It's frustrating. Like I say, I really don't enjoy watching West Ham at the minute. I make these videos because I like talking to you, and obviously me and Paul get together. It's the only time we get to chat, really. But yeah, if I've got to predict a score, 3-0, 4s, could be 5s. It really, really could. I don't see where our goals come from. They've dried up. I don't think we can defend really well at the minute, and I don't think he's got any ideas. I can't see what he can change in the space of a week and a half when a lot of the players were away anyway. Yeah, sorry for being so negative, guys, but that's how it is at West Ham at the minute. That is how it is. I'm going to leave it there, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Please leave a like, comment along. Let me know what you guys think. Let me know your guys' opinions. Until next time, guys, come on, you irons. Keep believing if you can. How many times have I said that over the 6-7 years I've done this channel? Every time it gets to this point, and he's just like, why do I bother? Why do I bother? Glutton for punishment. You wouldn't take it off anyone, would you? You wouldn't take it off your mum, your dad, your wife, your brother, your husband, whatever. Only West Ham can hurt you this much, and you're still going back. Come on, you ones.